As far as I know, this is something we need to know.
I feel like I was here. I feel like I'm not here. I feel like I'm calling off like a second. But, because some of this, as a matter of fact, I know I was here because I remember talking about Spice Connection. So,
Well, it may have been that you logged in and you had seconded a few, but there were others that did it ahead of you.
yeah, I can tell you, when somebody calls in, by the time we try to second things, if there are people here, I think there must be a lag or a delay.
For some,
So-
I don't know how Eric is logged in, but Eric is usually really fast. So.
Yeah, you know, well, there's been several meetings where I've seconded or made motions a dozen times, and I never even acknowledged until after the fact. So, I don't know if it's just where I am or what the story is. No, but
It's definitely a delay.
I was definitely here. I was definitely on the phone for these, but
Okay.
I don't know.
So you could just ask us to amend.
Heather, you ready? Let the record show that it is 6 o'clock. We're ready to call the Berkeley County Planning Commission meeting to order for March 15, 2021. We'll start with roll call.
Sure. Eddie Gokenauer.
Here.
Linda Barnhart. Eric Goff.
Here.
Vicana Norton.
Here.
Tim Lewis.
Here.
Dan Gant.
Here.
Nick Deal.
Here.
Derek Smith.
Here.
Thank you. We'll move to the approval of the agenda. There are no changes. I'd like to get a motion for approval.
So moved.
So moved.
Okay, we have a approval by Nick and a second by Mr. Gokenauer. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Sunshine Law speakers.
None this evening.
None this evening, so the record show there are no Sunshine Law speakers. The next we have the approval of the minutes from March 1st, 2021.
Move to approve.
Yeah, wait a minute. There's I mean, I was here. I called in. I also either made some motions or seconded some things, but those are not on here either. So, at least need to move me to a call in.
Gonna make that adjustment then. Heather,
We
okay.
can do that.
Okay, we have a motion by Eric Goff to approve with the change of adding Nick Deal as present. Second, Mr. Gokenauer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain due to absence. Derek Smith.
Abstain due to absence.
Thank you. First up is a public hearing for Bridle Creek.
Yes, we have a request for final plat approval. The project is Bridle Creek, Phase 5, Section 2, Lots 305 through 348 and 393 through 406. The file number is 2012-381-52021-13. The developer is Panhandle Homes. The engineer is Fox and Associates. It is located in the Opequon Tax District, map 10, parcel 20.1. This site is located along the north side of West Virginia Route 45/5, Eagle School Road, approximately 1.5 miles northeast of its intersection with West Virginia Route 9, Hedgesville Road. This project proposes 58 townhome lots on approximately 5.8 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $772,800. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety.
We have anyone that represent the project?
Good evening, Steve Stianovich with Fox and Associates, representing the applicant.
Okay, this is a public hearing. If you have anything you'd like to speak out again with the Bridle Creek, please step forward. There are none.
Make a motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Second.
Have a motion by Danny Gant and a second by Nick Deal to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, planning commission members, do we have any questions for Steve on this project?
And I'll make a motion to accept staff recommendation. The plat meets the requirements of subdivision ordinance. Therefore, final plat contingent, approval contingent upon receipt of surety amount of $772,800.
Do we have a motion by Danny Gant to approve? Second by Eddie Gokenhour. Any other discussion? All those in favor, aye.
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 Okay, motion carries.
Thanks,
Steve.
Have a good evening.
Next up are preliminary plan approvals. Excuse me, a waiver request. This was tabled from the 3/1/21 meeting due to lack of information. I see you have anything you want to add, or are we just going to table this again for?
I think if you want Monique to just read the staff report quickly with the updated recommendations, and then Mr. Roberts can add anything.
Okay. This is on the Ripley
Yes, so we have
file.
a request. I'm sorry. We have a request for waiver. The project is Ripley. The file number is 2101-021. The developer is Max Ripley. The engineer or surveyor is Roberts Land Surveying. It's the Opequon District, map 8, parcel 8. The property is located on the west side of Jacobs Road, West Virginia Secondary Route 12/4, at the intersection with D Lane, West Virginia Route 5/1. This project proposes a residential subdivision on approximately 3.14 acres to be served by private water and septic. The developer is requesting a waiver to section 305.4.1 of the Berkeley County Subdivision Ordinance 2009, requiring 2-acre minimum lot size for a preliminary final application. Original engineering staff recommendation was tabling the decision regarding the waiver until the applicant can provide the following supportive information for staff to review and make a final recommendation, which was to show all existing residences, including adjoining properties, to show all existing septic and septic reserve areas, including adjoining properties, to show all existing wells, including adjoining properties, show all minimum building setback lines as well as the highway reserve, show both driveway entrances. Original planning staff recommendations concurred with the engineering staff, and the update is this request was tabled at the March 1st, 2021 Planning Commission meeting until the March 15th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting to allow time for more documentation to be provided. In a follow-up conversation with the surveyor on March 11th, he indicated that he had received information from the owner on March 10th and would not be able to get an update submitted in time to be considered for the March 15th meeting. The surveyor requested to continue having the decision tabled until the April 5th meeting. Staff recommends extending the tabling of this decision from March 15, 2021 to the April 5th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Yeah, Mike Roberts with Roberts Land Surveying here to address.
And I believe we have to untable before we make a decision, so I don't know if we need to do that now or after.
Okay. You want to introduce yourself so nobody knows who you are.
Sure. Mike Roberts, representing the project.
All right. Make a motion to untable. Pardon?
We're gonna leave the table while we.
So moved.
Yeah, I think that if you have something that's tabled and you do not address it in the next meeting, it automatically becomes dead, and then you have to reintroduce it in a following meeting. So if you untable it, then you can table it again. But if you don't untable it, it's
Okay.
It's like it didn't happen.
All right.
Because the motion was specific to this meeting. So if you want to consider, you could motion to table until information is available and ready to be,
Just to get
rather than targeting a date.
Just to get a planning commission update. We did conduct field surveys for adjoining properties, wells, et cetera. However, there was a little bit of a holdup in receiving the septic reserve or septic system sketches from the health department, which those are hard to determine without having those sketches. So we did receive those, but wasn't enough time to get it in by the cutoff for this tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Mike. So we have a motion by Mr. Goff and a second by Danny Gant to untable it. And then we'll entertain a motion to table it again.
I'll make a motion to table it for the April 5th meeting.
Got a motion by Danny. Oh, we got to vote. All right, sorry about that. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Yep. So now we'll take Mr. Gant's motion and a second to table it until April 5th. Is that still enough time, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Second
I'll
by,
second his motion.
second by Nick Deal. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who was the
Thank you.
first? Who made the motion on that?
Pardon?
Who was the first motion on that?
Danny made the motion.
Do you mean to untable it?
No, to put it on April 1st.
That was Dan.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, so item number 8, preliminary plan approvals. First one is seasonal landscaping services.
Yes, we have a request for preliminary plan approval. The project is seasonal landscaping services. The file number is 2006-001, tied to 021-20. The developer is Rodney Boothby. The engineer is Greenway Engineering. It is found in the Mill Creek Tax District, map 10, parcel 71. The property is located at 9109 Winchester Avenue. This project proposes a 3,200 square foot garden center and landscaping services business. On July 6, 2020, the developer was granted a waiver to the Berkeley County Subdivision Ordinance 2009, Section 801-10 pertaining to paving off-street parking. On February 10, 2021, the county engineer Doug Smith issued a letter of approval stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was complete and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County Subdivision Ordinance. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends advancement of the preliminary plan.
We have anyone here to represent the project?
Alexis Walburn from Greenway Engineering.
Planning Commission members, do any of you have questions for Greenway Engineering or for the staff?
If there's no questions, I'll make the motion to accept staff recommendation. Preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends passing the preliminary plan to plan stage.
Second.
We have a motion by Danny Gant, a second by Nick Deal to accept staff recommendations and advance the preliminary plan. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you.
The next item up for discussion is Linenberg Properties, also a preliminary plan approval.
Yes, we have a request for preliminary plan approval. The project is Linenberg Properties. The file number is 2008-126. The developer is Eugene Linenberg. The engineer is Greenway Engineering. It is found in the Mill Creek Tax District, map 6, parcel 15. The property is located 0.04 miles south of the intersection of Dellinger Drive, West Virginia Route 11/37, and Jaredstown Road, West Virginia Route 51. This project proposes the development of a 2,000 square foot restaurant/tavern on approximately 0.17 acres to be served by public water and sewer. On February 16, 2021, the developer was granted a waiver to section 802.1A3 of the Berkeley County Subdivision Ordinance 2009, requiring a 25-foot buffer between residential and commercial uses. On February 10, 2021, the county engineer Doug Smith issued a letter of approval stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was complete and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County Subdivision Ordinance. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends advancement of the preliminary plan.
Thank you. Do we have anyone here to represent the project?
Good evening, Jamie McLean with Greenway Engineering.
All right, thank you, James. Planning Commission members, do we have any questions for Jamie or Greenway Engineering or the staff?
There are no questions. I'll make a motion to accept staff recommendation. Preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, make a motion to advance the preliminary plan.
Second.
We have a first by Dan again, a second by Eddie Gokenhour to accept staff recommendations and advance the preliminary plan on Linenberg Properties. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is final plat determination for Dillon Farms.
Yes, we do have a request for final plat determination. The project is Dillon Farm Estate. The file number is 2012-371, tied to 027-19. The developer is SMR Holding. The engineer is Gordon. It is located in the Hedgesville Tax District, map 28, parcel 1. The property is located on the south side of Hedgesville Road, West Virginia Route 9, 0.4 miles northwest of Ridge Road, Route 4. The developer is proposing 39 residential lots on 115.3 acres to be served by public water and sewer. At the October 12, 2019 Planning Commission meeting, the developer was granted waivers to Article 2, Section 201, reducing continuous attached single-family units permitted in a stick from 3 to 2 to allow for duplexes on individual parcels, and Article 5, Section 504E, Table 5.3, reducing the lot width for a single-family detached residence from 75 feet to 60 feet. On March 2nd, 2021, the county engineer issued a letter of approval stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the April 19, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
This is Derek Smith. I'm going to be recusing myself from this project due to conflict of interest.
Thank you, Derek. Do we have anyone to represent the project?
Ryan Perks is dialed in, and we should be able to hear him.
Thank you.
Yes, this is Ryan from Gordon representing the project.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do we have any questions for Mr. Perks or for the Planning Commission Department on the project?
There are none. I'll make a motion to accept staff recommendation. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends final plat determination, advertising of the public hearing, consideration of the final plat approval on April 19, 2021 Planning Commission meeting.
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Danny Gant, a second by Dick Deal to accept staff recommendations for final plat determination and advertising of the public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the April 19, 2021 Planning Commission. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next is for staff council and discussion and action motion items. Heather shared with us the 2020 annual report last week, 3 different emails, 3 different sections to that. Please take some time to look over that. If you have any corrections, you might shoot her an email for that. We will bring this up at the next meeting, which will be April the 6th. Is that right? 5th. April 5th for approval. All right. Do you have anything else, Heather?
Just want to call attention to 2 things. The layout of some of the charts may appear different from the previous report. The intention of that was to keep in mind that a lot of people are trying to view this electronically, and when it's posted to our county website after approval, they're scrolling through the electronic copy, and to have people tilt their head sideways and have to deal with the flip, as we often do with our packets. I tried to format everything that it was the same orientation the whole way through the entire appendix, or whichever it was. So that's why you may see some different formatting there. Also, I had to combine our old method of reporting with reports pulled from the Llama system. So you may see some things where if it has a case number on it, the district map and parcel is a series of numbers with leading zeros and one whole block of numeric information. And then some others that are from our former method, it'll have letters to represent Hedgesville, Arden, and all those things. So it looks like I didn't format everything consistently, but it's in there intentionally because you may have to look up something in the ACT database versus the Llama database. So just keep that in mind as you go through it. And any questions, comments, if something doesn't make sense, just feel free to ask and send me a message.
Thank you. Council, you have anything? Nothing. Okay. Last item is adjournment. So we have a motion. We have a motion.
I move to adjourn.
Got a motion. Got a motion. Eric Goff, a second by Danny Gann to adjourn. It's open the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
6:22.
Aye.
Wow.